What if I told you that one of the most decorated heroes of World War II never carried a gun? Yep, you heard that right. Not even a pistol, not a butter knife, not even a mean look. This is the story of Desmond Doss, the real-life Captain America, minus the super serum and shield, plus a Bible. So buckle up, subscribe, and hit that bell icon because this episode of FactiVerse is going full metal pacifist. Desmond Thomas Doss was born in Lynchburg, Virginia in 1919, a place that sounds like a map marker in Red Dead Redemption 2, but with fewer saloons. He was a devout Seventh-day Adventist. That means no violence, no work on Sabbath, and yes, probably the only soldier who wouldn't punch Hitler even if he had the chance. Desmond enlisted in the US Army in April 1942, smack in the middle of WWII chaos, but he made it very clear. I won't touch a weapon, I'm here to save lives, not take them. The Army classed him as a conscientious objector, but he preferred conscientious cooperator, kinda like being vegan, but still showing up to the BBQ. He trained as a combat medic, and boy did his fellow soldiers hate him for it. They mocked him, called him a coward, even tried to get him discharged. But Desmond, cool as cucumber, stubborn as a goat, and powered by scripture. Fast forward to May 1945, Okinawa, Japan. Cue explosions, cue chaos, cue probably the worst place on Earth at the time, Hacksaw Ridge. This was no Call of Duty mission, folks. Steep 400-foot cliffs, thousands of entrenched Japanese soldiers, every inch soaked in gunfire, screams, and steel. Desmond's unit, 307th Infantry, 77th Infantry Division. His job, save lives in a place where death clocked overtime. On May 5th, the unit was ordered to scale the ridge, and they were obliterated. Shells, machine guns, and bayonets turned the battlefield into a meat grinder. But Desmond stayed behind. Stayed behind alone. Over the course of 12 hours, this one-man rescue squad dragged, carried, or lowered 75 wounded men down the cliff by rope. That's one man with 0 weapons in enemy territory, patching up broken bodies like it was an ER on nightmare difficulty. Stat check, Desmond weighed 145 pounds. He was lowering men who were heavier than him repeatedly. He did it while dodging bullets and mortar blasts, whispering, "Lord, help me get one more. Just one more." Okay, even the Army was like, yeah, this guy's built different. On October 12, 1945, President Harry S. Truman awarded Desmond the Medal of Honor. He was the first conscientious objector to receive it. Truman said, and I quote, "I consider this a greater honor than being president." Let's break that down. 472 Medals of Honor were awarded during World War II. Desmond's was unique, not just for the bravery, but for the principle. This guy saved lives with a first aid kit, a prayer, and sheer steel spine. And it wasn't just Hacksaw. Desmond had previously treated wounded under fire in Guam and the Philippines. In Guam alone, he saved dozens, got shrapnel in his legs, and didn't even go home. He was wounded multiple times, including a sniper shot and a grenade blast. Dude patched himself up with a Bible in one hand. Now, if this story sounds familiar, it should. Mel Gibson's 2016 film Hacksaw Ridge brought Desmond's heroics to the big screen. The movie was nominated for 6 Academy Awards and won 2. Andrew Garfield played Doss and nailed the whole kind badass thing, but even that barely scratched the surface of Desmond's real grit. Desmond never got rich or famous. He lived a humble life in Georgia, passed away in 2006 at age 87, and was buried in a national cemetery surrounded by the very soldiers he once saved. Bonus trivia bite. The rope he used at Hacksaw Ridge, it's preserved in a museum. Historians call it the rope of God. We call it ultimate clutch assist. So what can we learn from a man like Desmond Doss? That sometimes the strongest warriors carry no weapons. That conviction can be louder than gunfire, and that you don't need superpowers to be a hero. You just need heart, guts, and maybe a killer rope technique. Smash that like button if you learned something new. Drop a comment. Would you have the guts to go unarmed into battle? And subscribe to FactiVerse for more real stories that sound too insane to be fiction. Until next time, stay curious, stay factual, and stay fearless.